Darcy and welcome to the BG Giveaways Focus ST. I'm having a blast, rushing my way to Goodwood because the first run up the hill of the day will include me as a passenger. Traffic, oh no. But now begins my long adventure with a helmet right down to the bottom of Goodwood from the top, which is where I've now parked. Put these on display. And it seems due to yesterday's closure of the event that various manufacturers have shuffled around their cars. There's Porsches just littered everywhere. But the reason the event was cancelled yesterday was due to strong wind, so they've removed all of the tents from above the priceless Vipers. It's actually quite bizarre seeing Goodwood like this. I've never seen it so exposed. You've got the Porsche 75th anniversary, but fortunately yesterday's wind has not compromised the sculpture. But here is the hallowed grounds that I'll be joining in just a few moments' time. The supercar paddock is incredibly busy. This is absolutely the first stop for most visitors of the show. You got the Tag 911 idling away by a Road Legal's Honda R. Oh, there you go. So my first ride up the hill in several years will be rather fittingly in a red MG. My MGB is off the road due to carburetor related issues. So fortunately the Cyberster is fully electric, so we won't have those issues today, and it's going to be my first time in an electric car up the hill, so it's going to be a very different experience to the 458 and the Skoda, I think it was my first experience. Oh, off the line like a shot. It's weird having those sounds. Here we go into the first corner. Oh dear, wow. Right, approaching the Goodwood house. This is where the crowds are lining up. Not quite as busy as it has been because it's right in the morning session. Here we go. Now this is the corner to concentrate on. Ace it, obviously. Here we go. Right, we're approaching the Flint wall. Not too close. We're good. We're good. Okay, let's go. Final corner. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, approaching the line. Here we go. Yes, cross the line. There it is. How about that? MG Cyberster. Oh, my rear-facing camera didn't work. So that was a bizarre experience, having no sound, but just being thrown around up the Goodwood Straight. So you got dihedral doors on the MG, electrically operated. There it goes for up and to put them down again. And there they go. There you have it. The MG Cyberster at the top of the Goodwood Hill climb. But because we're right at the front of the lineup, that means we need to wait for all the other cars to turn up until we can go back down the hill. So I can do a little walk around of the Cyberster. It has a really pretty smile at its front end. It obviously doesn't need as much cooling as a combustion engine would do. And around the rear there we have the left and right indicators. The indicators are just on the end of the arrows. Very unique and recognizable rear end. The boot is all of this space here. Obviously when the roof is down, that's where the roof sits and you've got a bit of boot space there. When the roof's up, you've got a bit more boot space in the Cyberster. Obviously this is the last day of the festival, so it's very dirty, but great to have a fabric soft top roof. Here we have the dashboard as well, MG badge on the steering wheel. This will be changed for the production model. These are Chinese currently, but I think we're getting ready to get back into the cars to go down the hill. So at the press of a button, the doors open in such a way, and a simple press to lower the doors once again. But the benefit of the Cyberster is we get to put the roof down for the way back down the hill, so a lot more visibility now. This is what it's all about. Let's put the windows down too. There goes the 911 Dakar. It's only, oh my god, there we go. That's quick. I was trying to enjoy the views on the way down, but no, you can't do that. This is a speedy car. It's got four-wheel drive, so good traction as well, which means no burnouts today. The cars are slowing down to show off to the crowds. DVX making a lot of noise from its V8. We can accelerate, we can boost. So it's it's that instant torque from the electric motors that I just haven't got used to yet. Range Rover's going to do an acceleration, I think. Here we go. Launch control in a Range Rover. Let's go. It's crazy. Unbelievable, underneath that classic bridge, got the Goodwood house in front of us, all of the crowds watching as the first glance paddock head back down the hill. But there we have it, back into the paddock with an SLR Sterling Moss waiting to go up the hill. What a stunning car that is. But time to park up the MG and have another look around the festival, see what sights I missed earlier and show you a bit more about what's on display. So very exciting, the MG will be the first to bring back an electric electric two-seater roadster soft top to the mass market. It's now charging after our ride up the hill. I was actually originally meant to be taken up the hill in this car by Ben Collins, the Stig on Top Gear for a number of years, but Goodwood changed the timetable for the hill climb runs at 9 p.m. last night, so Ben didn't get here in time to be able to drive the car, so we had Kieran, another one of MG's drivers, that took me up as well. But I need to go to the Total Head Turner stand because that's where Sam Hard's Lamborghini Countach replica is positioned, and I need to pick up a ticket for Sam to get in. So I'm going to head over there, see what they've got in stock, loads of Cobras, and then go meet Sam and enjoy the rest of our day here. So here we have it, Sam's Lamborghini Countach replica that he took on the Gumball 3000 rally. He just about made it. Take a look at this. This is actually a green. It's like an olive green. It looks very grey. Originally, I was meant to join Sam on the Gumball rally in the passenger seat. Sam was the first one to arrive, obviously had the doors up, and now this car is for sale with Total Head Turner. So we're going to look at some of the stock that they've got as well as the Countach, but great to see it in all of its Gumball livery. Next door, we've got a pair of Ford GT40 recreations. Much like the Cobras, these are very desirable and are a far more affordable way into the GT40 and Cobra market. Now, talking of affordability, one of the most valuable modern day cars in the world is sat right in front of me here. This is a Bugatti Veyron, but it's on the Total Head Turner stand. This is a recreation, a replica of a Bugatti Veyron. This is not an Audi R8 or an MR2 with just a body on it. This has all been bespokely made. So it is sat on a custom-made space frame chassis and has been built from the ground up. And here is the key for it. So even the key is a genuine Bugatti. So that is the door handle. Let's open it up and have a look at the Veyron inside. So you've got the classic Bugatti shape to the central column. It is obviously automatic, but so's the original. Now, I have actually driven a Veyron before. I've been in a few and I've driven one, and this isn't too far off. I mean, the JVC radio, for example, that's not obviously on a Bugatti Veyron, but the general overview, the physical appearance of this cockpit, it's not too dissimilar, especially for a fraction of the price of a £2 million Bugatti Veyron. It's got a 4.2 litre Audi V8 from an RS6 C5 generation. It's got the Audi gearbox as well, wiring loom, lots of Audi parts, Audi brakes as well, adjustable coilovers. It's got everything. It's a quick car. Maybe if this video gets enough likes, I might get to drive it later on down the line. But it's funny while sat in here, because obviously everyone's crowding around it, taking pictures. Originally, everyone's thinking it's a Veyron. Then they read the sign, see 150, that's cheap for a Veyron, and realise it's not. Then they work out what it is. They think, oh, what could it be? Could it be based on an MR2? Maybe an R8, because it's got an Audi V8, but no, it's a tubular frame chassis built underneath, very similar proportions to the original Veyron. And then it's had a fiberglass body moulded and built around it with a Veyron to compare against. But let's step out and show you a bit more around the outside. You have the Bugatti stamp on the fuel filler cap. This has been 3D printed and placed on top of the Audi V8, so you can take this off to access the engine underneath. So it is mid-engine, it is a very quick car as well. Come around the rear, check out the exhaust, again very similar to that of the genuine Bugatti Veyron. I think the rear end view is one of the best. You've got the double spoilers as well, and it's probably getting a bit more crowd than a genuine Bugatti would, because they all look at it, think it's a Veyron, read the sign, and then work out what they think it might be. Even the mesh in front of the fans underneath the spoilers is just like that on a Bugatti Veyron. Everyone I'm listening to are thinking it's a Veyron, it's a Veyron, it's going to be 1.5 million, that's how much it is. They don't realise it's 150, it's not a Veyron. And that is the beauty of this one-off creation. I've just been hovering around, it's funny, you get 150, it must be like a shared ownership project or what, and then they read the sign and then they realise it's brilliant, it's so believable. You see all the crowd around, you think, oh my god, there's a Veyron there. I think it's the only Veyron at the festival. Well, it's not, because it's not a Veyron, but it's the only Veyron looking car at the festival. There's Chirons, Devos, Beleeds. So it's absolutely the most popular car on the Total Head Turner stand. So let me know, what do you think about the Bugatti Veyron recreation? Would you rock one? I mean, myself and Sam Hard considered going halves with it. Bit of fun. I'd like to drive it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more about this Veyron later on. Shrek has farted again. We're gonna We're going to get a lot of that in a second. Everything's going to turn green. Daytime fireworks, always a treat. In a moment, she's going to be completely invisible. Look, watch her as she disappears into the green. I feel like I'm in a film about Detroit or something, or a vintage sepia filter. I'll be honest, it smells quite nice. But I'm heading up to the new Gordon Murray convertible. The roof is off today. This is the new T33 Spider. It's still got the same 3.9 litre V12 at 11,000 RPM. It produces, well, you can see there, 617 PS. Oh my God, I've just moved further up. There's a Ferrari Testarossa here without an engine. It's battery powered. It's powered by Tesla with 600 horsepower in a Testarossa. But I'm always looking out for the bizarre stuff at Goodwood, and this right next to me is a Porsche Le Mans car shell on some tracks. The Fat 919 Snowcat apparently. And no, that vehicle did not go around the Nürburgring. Maybe that one did, well, the real version. But that was pretty much that from this year at the festival. But I'll leave you with one last thing. Unfortunately this year, there's been a few accidents on the circuit, and they're all with my favourite cars. Leighton House Formula 1 car, Porsche 911 GT1, BMW M1 Pro car, and even the Lark McLaren F1. So they've taped up the bumper after a little entrance into the hay bale. That will be repaired very shortly. A few stress lines around the top as well. And here is the rear clam of the 911 GT1. The spoiler was knocked off. Much like a lot of 118 models of this car, so rather appropriate. You can see a bit of damage there on the clam for where it hit the side on the hay bale. And there is the spoiler at the back. But I hope you enjoyed the video from the Festival of Speed. Back again another year. I'm going to get post-festival blues now. I'm going home. It's always a sad time. So follow me on all my social channels for the updates, highlights and pictures that I take here. Trying to get a few more short form videos as well. I've been on the move with helmets and luggage and stuff. But for now, thanks for watching.